come for you and block you and do all those funny things. But also at the same
amazing innovations and inventions. Join us this Sunday and every other Sunday at 4:20 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Beacon Furnitures Limited. We're local manufacturers of quality office furniture, dealers in quality office equipment like fireproof safes and cabinets. Our automated state-of-the-art factories at Henna House along Enterprise Road in Nairobi's industrial area. Our showroom is at Uniafrica House, Koinange Lane off Koinange Street. We are passionate believers in locally manufactured goods. When you and I buy locally made furniture, we impact on the livelihoods of our brothers and sisters. For orders, visit our showroom at Uniafrica House, Koinange Lane off Koinange Street. Beacon Furnitures Limited. Jenga Kenya, tupate ajira.
Ili kupata skiza tune hii ya mwanzo mpya, bonyeza *811*815#.
Usikae hapo na kujihurumia eti kwa sababu ulikosea ama ulianguka. Maisha wakati mwingine utapata umeanguka ama umekosea. Pata mafunzo pale. Unapopata mafunzo, inuka tena. Kung'uta mavumbi, songa mbele. Yaliyopita jamani, si ndwele, ganga yajayo. Maana kuna nguvu katika mwanzo mpya.
Ili kupata skiza tune hiyo ya mwanzo mpya, bonyeza *811*815#. *811*815#.
Tusirudi nyuma kwa mipaka na nchi kufungwa. Tusirudi kwa biashara na shule kufungwa. Kwa kutoweza kukutana. Kwa kutengana na tuwapendao. Tusirudi nyuma.
Na kuhitaji unikinge, pata chanjo.
Ili tuendelee na maisha vizuri.
Na kuhitaji unikinge, pata chanjo.
Na kuhitaji unikinge,
pata chanjo.
Na kuhitaji unikinge,
pata chanjo.
Na kuhitaji unikinge, pata chanjo.
Ili tuendeleze maisha bora kwa ajili ya wapendao, nchi yetu na usoni wetu. Kwa ajili yetu sisi sote. Pata chanjo. Kaa chonjo. Kuhakikisha nchi yetu na uchumi wetu umestawi wazi. Tusirudi nyuma.
Good afternoon. It is 1 p.m. We are live here at the Broadcasting House for Lunchtime News. Thank you for joining us. I am Nissy Imana. I am joined by Byron Abuli as our sign language interpreter for this bulletin. Right, and we begin in Yala, where families of the victims of the Yala dumped bodies incident are pleading with the government to investigate the motive behind the brutal murder of their loved ones. Most of the bodies recovered from River Yala, which flows into Lake Victoria, were found stashed in sacks, some with limbs tied up and others with deep body cuts, signifying that the victims were tortured before they were disposed into the river.
Community in mourning. It's been a beehive of activities at the Yala Sub-County Hospital mortuary in Siaya County in the past few days, as families identify the bodies of their loved ones, relatives and friends of those who died mysteriously, and their bodies dumped into River Yala are yet to wake up to what they hoped was just a dream.
Nilichukua hiyo bahasha, wakanipa, nikasoma, nikapata. Maandishi yenyewe inaonyesha tu ni mtu mwenye hajasoma vile. Ameandika tu ni kama mtoto wa lower primary. Kaangalia ameandika kwamba songi na suti. Mekufa na wako Yala mochari. Come and pick them tomorrow.
Tukapika report, tukapata, wakatuambia tuliokota watu karibu Luanda hapo, mmoja juu mwingine chini, lakini wako mochari. Na hapo mochari tuko na mili nyingi sana yenye tumepata kwa maji, iko mili nyingi. Tukasema sisi kitu nataka ni kutambua wetu.
In pain and sorrow, they have accepted the fate of their loved ones, but are demanding investigations to ascertain the identities of the body and know who is behind the killings. In yet another mysterious murder incident, a family in Kakamega County is in mourning after they received reports that the body of their son was dumped in Yala sub-county mortuary.
Alikuanga tu ile mtu, yani tu mtu active tu, yani, but mimi kuona ati akifanya vitu za machachari ama ati anatukana niacha kwa nyumba, kusema kweli siwezi mdangashia juu amekufa. Mimi nimekuanga nikikaa na yeye, anaenda hiyo boda yake asubuhi, anarudi kama amechelewa kwa nyumba sana 7:30. Mimi kweli nasema serikali ikuwe macho, itusaidie juu sisi tukua tunajua.
At least 20 dead bodies have been retrieved from a river in western Kenya in recent weeks. Purity Museo, Lunchtime News.
Police in Naivasha have recovered counterfeit liquor worth thousands of shillings and arrested 6 suspects working in the illicit company. During the sting operation in the sprawling Karagita estate, the officers managed to recover assorted liquor belonging to various companies. The raid follows complaints from licensed brewers over a cartel that was involved in faking their products within Nakuru County. According to Zenghong Limited marketing manager Simon Masharia, the company was undergoing huge losses due to the counterfeits.
Hapa tumepata kuna tengenezwa na brand za kila kampuni. Kuna brand za Kenya Brewery, kuna brand za African Spirit, kuna brand za kampuni inaitwa Patiara, kuna brand za Platinum na kuna brand za Zenghong Kenya Limited. Environment yenyewe tumeshangaa juu maana hata mahali inatengenezewa hapana ile kiwango cha kutengeneza especially kitu kama mvinyo, na hata ni bahati ya Mungu maana mahali kama hapa kinywaji kama hiki kikitoka hapa alafu kikunywe na watu tunaweza sikia maafa, na ndipo tunazidingi kusikia maafa katika nchi yote mzima.
Away from that, Law Society of Kenya Kitui Chapter has dismissed reports by the police that attributed the mysterious deaths of lawyer Kevin Gesire to suicide. Police claimed Gesire committed suicide inside his house, while his colleagues believe he was killed by unknown persons. Details of this and more in the news briefs.
The body of lawyer Kevin Gesire was found inside a bathroom in his Kitui home in Kitui County, while his personal car was parked outside the house with a mechanical problem. According to police, the late committed suicide under mysterious circumstances, but his colleagues want the police to pursue the matter further, claiming he was murdered by unknown people.
We demand that thorough, exhaustive, and objective investigations be undertaken to establish the cause of our brother's death.
Meanwhile, residents of Bomet are set to benefit from a 14 million shillings bridge in the area after it was officially opened for use by the county government. Bomet Governor Hilary Barchok says the bridge, which connects Sigor West and Merigi wards in Bomet Central and Bomet East respectively, will open up the area for business.
Tumeweza kukamilisha in time na tuko na furaha kama viongozi wa Bomet na wenyeji wa area hii.
A section of bodaboda operators in Bungoma County is crying foul over traffic snarl-up along the Bungoma-Busia Malaba Road. The trucks plying the route have blocked operations in the area. Bodaboda riders now want the government to intervene for smooth service delivery in the region.
Inaleta ajali. Watu wamekufa wengi bana. Unaweza toka una pikipiki unakuja hivi, rela inaingia tu, unakufa.
And 265 people have died this month owing to reckless driving. Traffic Police Commandant Mary Omari says the increased rate of accidents is attributed to negligence by motorists and pedestrians. Omar spoke in Kiambu County during a burial ceremony of a 17-year-old student who passed on from a road accident while she was heading home from school.
Tutengenezewe mahali pa kupita miguu ndio tuwe sawasawa na ndio vifo ziishe.
And a court in Keroka has sentenced a middle-aged woman to 15 years in jail for sexual assault. Martha Bosire, aged 25, was found guilty of inappropriately touching and inflicting injuries on a 2-year-old girl between December and November 2021.
Mother Bosire has been working as a house manager before turning on her employer's daughter. The court heard how the 25-year-old repeatedly molested the 2-year-old girl, inflicting bodily harm to the minor. Keroka Senior Resident Magistrate Simon Arome has jailed the woman to 15 years behind bars for the beastly act. The prosecution has told the court how mother abused the little girl and used methylated spirit to clean the wounds before attempting to buy her silence. The accused pleaded for lenience for the court, saying she has a baby to take care of and vowed to reform.
And the Party of National Unity has called for political tolerance as the country prepares for the 2022 general election. The party also condemned the rising cases of violence in political rallies, even as they urged relevant agencies to investigate and prosecute the perpetrators. Speaking during the culmination of a series of meetings with over 3,000 aspirants who have expressed interest in using the party as their vehicle of choice in the August elections, PNU officials said the party stands for equality and equity, calling on political leaders to be tolerant during their campaigns.
There was a handshake that brought peace that ended up making Kenya very prosperous. Now we have another handshake, now that we are calling Azimio, and PNU is a central member of this Azimio. And we are standing for unity. We want a peaceful transition to the next government.
Party of National Unity is working together with the other parties that are like-minded, and we are ready and willing to push the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to State House.
PNU.
Kazi endelee.
And in Migori County Commissioner Meru Mwangi is calling on area residents to make good use of community policing platforms to help tame the rising cases of insecurity. Locals say in the last 2 months, 3 security guards and 2 other people have died under mysterious circumstances. County Commissioner Meru Mwangi, however, says there is need to improve the working relationship between the public and security apparatus to ensure help weed out criminals operating in the area.
Nilikuwa pale, siwezi taka kuanza kulaumu watu wetu wa usalama, kwa sababu mahali hata hilo kitendo litendeka ni vigumu sana. Hata wale walikuwa hapo karibu wanatuambia hawakusikia ni nini. So kwa notisi ya hiyo, jaribu kuchunguza tujue ni nini.
Kabla hujafika kwa chief na assistant chief, unaona hawa, unawaeleza shida zako, alafu wanakueleza utaelekea wapi. Na ninyi msituaibishe. Muhakikishe mmefanya kazi huduma kwa mwananchi.
Away from that, the National Transport and Safety Authority says it will synchronize key information on public service vehicles to help ground all unroadworthy vehicles. NTSA Director of Registration and Licensing, Christopher Wanjao, says the Transport Integrated Management System will be run. upgrade to create a one-stop shop for information on PSV and other privately owned vehicles in the country. He says vehicles which fail inspection are sneaked back onto Kenyan roads, endangering the lives of millions of people.
The issue is that if that vehicle is unroadworthy, whether you have booked it, you are not supposed to be on the road. And that's why when a vehicle is removed on the road, you are given a prohibition order. We are going to link that vehicle, when it is removed, the number plate, to all other services of that vehicle, including transfer. You will not sell that vehicle. So don't remove that one in your mentality that since the vehicle has been removed.
It used to be a one-person to one-person service delivery, but now it is online. We have now shifted from the past. We are now moving to less interaction with person to reduce on areas of corruption and such other things that have not been very attractive in the past.
So tunataka uelezee
And over 300 inmates at Waita GK prison in Mwingi, Kitui County got a rare chance to showcase their talents in a program meant to improve the psychosocial well-being of their staff and the inmates. The prisoners, together with the prison staff, displayed their talents, which included dancing, fine arts, modeling, singing, spoken words, among others.
A moment of freedom and mingling with the rest of the society. The inmates of Waita GK prison in Mwingi, Kitui County got an opportunity to loosen up through comedy, cultural dances and prowess in weightlifting.
For the time being nimekaa hapa kwa nikifurahia hapa, ingawa nililetwa hapa na makosa ya na siku ya leo nimefurahia sana kupata wageni kusherehekea mwaka mpya.
They later shared a meal with well-wishers who presented them with a variety of gifts.
My decision to come here, I managed to talk with the DCC, Deputy County Commissioner, Mwingi Sub-County, to allow me to join the prisoners and also eat together with them, because what I understand is service to the mankind. It's also service to the God. And nobody who can be able to remember them better than leaders who are outside.
Organized by Mwingi Deputy County Commissioner Patrick Mwendwa, the extravaganza saw inmates come out in large numbers to show a different side of themselves.
Siku ya leo tunafurahia kutembelewa na CEO na wageni wengine na reporters kutoka pande za Mwingi. Na tumeshukuru kwa sababu sasa hivi tunaendelea na sikukuu, kila mtu amekula ameshipa.
Peter Chalo, who was convicted and found guilty of impregnating a 14-year-old girl back in 2012, has now perfected his acrobatic art through his program and is feeling a better man than before. The program has encouraged brotherhood among the inmates, which has relatively eased the work of prison wardens. They are now calling on the community to accept them back to the society once released.
Pande ya jela hakuna dhuluma, serikali ya jela inatundumia vizuri, isipokuwa pande ya koti tunaumia. Kama mimi nilikamatwa mwaka wa kutoka 2018 na saa hii niko gerezani.
For Lunchtime News, I'm Ruth Wamboi.
All right, we now want to take you to the Bomas of Kenya, where the Amani National Congress Party has met there, and we're going to be listening in to, currently speaking is Senator Cleophas Malala at the Bomas of Kenya, where the Amani National Congress Party has met.
Ambazo we are erecting hapa nje, watu waone, kutakuwa na burudani, kutakuwa na comedians, kutakuwa na mziki, kutakuwa na every type of entertainment. Vijana wote tunawaalika tafadhali, mujitokeze kwa wingi. Free entry into the Bomas of Kenya, where a mother of all national delegates conference, one which has never been witnessed, is going to unveil tomorrow. Asanteni, Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki. Thank you. Yeah. Good.
Any questions?
Yes?
My name is Yala from Daily Nation. Just two clarifications. In terms of the OCA Alliance, what is the place you have been invited? And then two, there are also concerns that the other principals, for instance, Raila Odinga or William Ruto, have attended other NDCs, Raila Odinga specifically, have they been invited as well? You're saying it's an NDC for
Okay, maybe I can answer that and say the following. We have invited all Kenyans and every Kenyan who believes in a more equitable, a more progressive economy for all of us. And we have invited our friends. And as Senator has said, we obviously cannot invite our competitors. And what we are saying is, even the OCA partnership that we are in at the moment, we've made it very clear. OCA will only make sense if the presidential candidate is none other than His Adequateness Musalia Mudavadi.
Any other question? I concur.
Delegates at the Bomas of Kenya, ahead of the big meeting tomorrow, which will be on the 23rd of January, the meeting for a national delegates party that is scheduled for tomorrow, the 23rd of January. That will be aired a little bit later in our subsequent bulletins. That story and a little bit more information will be coming to you when we have that. But for now, we want to take a very fast commercial break, but we'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
Hatutaki dawa zako Bonoko, hatutaki dawa zako Nyamaza.
Father, where are you taking him?
Shiroga.
He needs to see a doctor. A doctor? We are the doctors. I will not have any son of mine betray his ways and follow those of foreigners, not in this land.
What do you know about what they do? You've never taken time to find out. Who am I losing you to?
The medicine man.
What did you just say?
I am getting married to your father.
Knock me dead with their car.
Yes, Kanyanchui, Jibu, Jiboria.
I can't tell you guys everything.
I don't care. Mwanaume ni kujitegemea. He has a new food business now.
Jeb, kwani you know the father? Father Giptanui of Catholic Church, of course I know him.
No, I am going to the principal's office to solicit your removal from this school. You cannot yell at me like that.
Classmates, every Saturday on KBC.
Bonoko. Hatutaki. Dawa zako.
Nyamaza.
Father.
Where are you taking him?
Chiroga. He needs to see a doctor.
A doctor? We are the doctors. I will not have any son of mine betray his ways and follow those of foreigners, not in this land.
What do you know about what they do? You've never taken time to find out. Who am I losing you to?
The medicine man.
What did you just say?
I am getting married to your father.
Someone tried to knock me dead with their car.
Yes, Kanyanchui, Jibu, Jiboria. I can't tell you guys everything.
I don't care. Mwanaume ni kujitegemea. He has a new food business now.
Jeb, kwani you know the father? Father Giptanui of Catholic Church, of course I know him.
No, I am going to the principal's office to solicit your removal from this school. You cannot yell at me like that.
Classmates, every Saturday on KBC.
The big man's gonna be watching. The champ's gonna be watching. And we're gonna dig your grave.
Baba Felix ameondoka.
Okay.
Nini mbaya na wewe?
Wewe ni mtu mzima anajua vitu ana
huku si kwenye.
Wow. I want to give my parents the respect they deserve. Unanitoka na harusi.
Excuse me. We will not claim this house in court. And that is my final decision. You understand? You are junior, my friend.
Today with 1,000 shillings, you can open a fund, a money market fund, an equity fund, a growth fund, and you start investing.
But how do you come up with a plan or goals that are attainable?
One, you have to be a risk taker. Don't think too much about any investment that you want to take on. Jump in, take the risk. As long as you are clear that there is integrity in that investment, not those quick get rich quick schemes.
I know you can invest with than 1,000.
Yes, there are, and there are many funds now you can choose from, depending on where you want to go. What are your goals? Short-term goals, because the young people want short-term goals first. We've discovered that they don't want long-term.
mjamzito.
Achana naye, hiyo tadili naye huyo
Bwana Deputy Governor, hayo mazungumzo yana umuhimu gani zaidi yetu sisi MCAs wako?
Kweli sikufanya vile kwa kupenda kwangu, bali kulikuwa na msukumo. Msukumo wa nani?
Nyinyi mnanitegemea, mimi nawategemea, na nyinyi pia mnamtegemea huyu. Shida iko wapi?
Lakini ongea naye.
Hakuna cha kuongea naye, lazima muheshimu sheria na kanuni za kila mahali.
We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on.
This kid will never walk and will never talk. So imagine yourself, you're a disabled mother, you really hardly walk by yourself. You live with your mother really does everything, used to do everything for you when you're small. Now then, fast forward 20 years later, you get a baby who cannot talk or walk. I actually fainted in the doctor's office. Let me start off my own school where my kid can be accepted the way I was accepted in other schools.
I need to take time off to go to the hospital for a checkup. So will that time off be counted as part of my off days, or will that time off be put in as something that is required for me to be able to work?
We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. It is time now for sports. The second seed, Aryna Sabalenka, fought her way past Marketa Vendrosova to reach the tennis Australian Open fourth round. The Belarusian, bidding to reach the semi-finals at Melbourne Park for the first time, recovered well to beat the Czech 31st seed 4-6, 6-3 and 6-1. She will face Kaya Kanepi next after the Estonian beat Australian wildcard Madison Inglis 2-6, 6-2 and 6-0 earlier. Simona Halep continued her dominant streak with a crushing 6-2, 6-1 win over Danka Kovinic. Sabalenka had a breakthrough 2021, reaching both the Wimbledon and US Open semi-finals. All right, now we want to take you to our reporter, Daniel Wahome, who is going to be giving us an update on the cross country. So, Wahome, if you can hear us.
Good
afternoon, and please tell us, talk to us about what is currently happening.
Thank you very much, Nissy. And we are live at the Lobo village in Kapseret. This is in Uasin Gishu County, where we've got the National Cross Country Championships taking place. This is a test event for the Agnes Tirop Cross Country Classic that's going to take place on the 12th of February 2022. So far, we've had 6 of the 7 events run. The under-18 girls was won by Pamela Kosgei, with Maureen Chepkoech taking second place. Pamela Kosgei is the sister to Bridget Kosgei. The under-18 boys won by Charles Rotich, Rafael Depache taking second place, and Simon Mayo taking third place. And at the moment, just behind me, if you take a look as everyone's clapping, we're having the finish of the men's 10-kilometer senior race, and that is Simon Chebole who's winning that race. He's crossed the line, and so he's broken the tape. And that is one athlete that who has, taken his time to study the course, which has got a mud pit that is taking everyone off their cadence as they're running. Nicolas Kimeli is the one who's taking second place, and also we've got Edward Zakayo, who after some time is back. So Nicolas just behind as they just coming in to finish, and that's a race finish that's just behind us. So we've also had the under 20 girls, and Purity Chepkuru winning that. So there are Edward Zakayo finishing in third place, and remember he made his name way back as an under 20 and also an under 18. So round running in National Police Service colors. So that's part of the action that's here at the Lobo Gardens. If you're asking why the athletes look all muddy, just tune into our news later today and you'll see there's a mud pit which was throwing them off balance, and that's where they felt that everything was going wrong for them. Ankle deep mud for some of the shorter athletes, going almost as high as the knees. So that's one of the challenges that these athletes have had to go through, plus also some of the artificial hills that have been set up by Ibrahim Hussein, who designed this course for the Agnes Tirop Classic. So a full set of results. Under 18 girls won by Pamela Kosgei, Maureen Chepkoech taking second place. They both study at St. Agatha Girls School, Form 2 students. Under 18 boys won by Charles Rotich, Raphael Dapash taking second place, and Simon Mayo taking third place. Under 20 girls won by Faith Cherotich, Pirchi Chepkurui taking third place, and Grace Aprot, sister to Alice Aprot, finishing in third place. Benson Kiplagat, world champion over 5,000 meters at the under 20 championships last year, winning the under 20 boys with Samuel Kibadi of Central taking place. The senior women's race, no Helen Obiri in action today, but won by Joyce Chepkemoi of the Kenya Defence Forces. She finished 7th at last year's Nationals, and she's won it today. Margaret Chelimo of National Police Service taking second place, and Sally Finches Paul of the Prison Service taking third place. And we've just seen that the senior men's 10-kilometer race has come to a close. So the next event that's going to take place is a universal relay, 2 men, 2 women. There are 17 teams taking part in that mixed relay, where every athlete lands one lap of this course, which is about 2 kilometers in length, hands over the wristband to the next athlete, and that's how they decide who's going to do that. It's up to the coaches to choose whether it's man, woman, or woman, man. That quartet is down to the coaches, and it's going to culminate that. That's just around at 2 o'clock. And later this afternoon, join me on Game On as we do a series of interviews with the event organizers and some of the hosts, and also get an update on the Agnes Tirop conference that took place in Diani this week. I am Daniel Wahome at the Lobo Gardens in Kapseret, Uasin Gishu County. Back to you, Nissy.
Wow. That's our reporter there, Daniel Wahome. Muddy or not, we can feel the adrenaline all the way here in the studio. He was giving us an update on the World Cross Country that is currently ongoing in Eldoret. And on that note, we do come to the end of our bulletin. Thank you so much for making time to be with us. A lot more news will be coming your way at 7 and at 9 p.m. in our subsequent bulletins. I am Nissy Imana. Our sign language interpreter has been Byron Abuli. Good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.
Hujambo mtazamaji mahali popote ulipo, mchana wa leo ni fahari yetu hapa studioni kujumuika nawe kwenye makala mengine ya Dunia Wiki Hii.
Siku zote tunafarijika kujumuika na wewe makusudi tuweze kukujuza yale yote yaliyochipuza kutoka katika kila pembe kote ulimwenguni katika Dunia Wiki Hii.
Kumbuka makala haya yanaletwa kwako kwa ushirikiano mkubwa wa KBC Channel 1 na shirika la Shinua kutoka China. Na kama ilivyo ada Lemoka, tumekuandalia mtazamaji mengi tu, ikiwemo taarifa kuhusiana na shirika la WHO ambalo lasema chamko la 4 la COVID-19 barani Afrika linamalizika, huku nchi nyingi zikiendelea